We're all so busy living our lives. And then suddenly something cuts through that, something often very unexpected.
Paediatric trauma call, 15 minutes.
A 71-year-old female with 2 stab wounds to the back.
He was found to be in traumatic cardiac arrest.
I can't feel any pulses. We're at St George's Hospital in Tooting.
Yeah, 24 hours, 7 days a week. I love that question. What's your opening hours?
St George's, London. One of Britain's busiest A&E departments, under more pressure than ever.
So do you want to watch, darling, or do you want to look away?
This is the worst day ever.
You never know what's coming in, and you just have to be ready for anything.
Gas canisters exploded, 15% burns to hands, face.
In a world of uncertainty, we see a life-changing event.
I'm ANAP, I need her to get out of here, please.
When patients come in, something takes over.
I'll be fine. I'm going to be very fine.
A place where life,
Give me an A. Give me an E.
love,
Okay, good lad. Well done.
and loss unfold every single day.
Did you enjoy the Queen's birthday yesterday?
I watched the football.
All the patients you're about to see were treated in just one 24-hour period.
Don't worry.
We get to see people who love one another in loads of different ways.
Yes.
And I think you can give someone the best care in the world, but really what they want is to hold the hand of the person that they love and for them to tell them that they're going to be okay.
You're my hero.
Joe, did you get your break? Okay, you just discuss amongst yourselves. One of you go, one of you see the new sepsis with a blood pressure of 60-something.
I can live with that.
You're not going anywhere till we know what's wrong. End of story.
I need to review his neck, and then I need to be everywhere else. Hello.
In charge of resus today is consultant Melissa.
I've always wanted to get the most out of life. I always want to go out and do things. I can't lie in very late anymore. I have to be up and doing something. It's terrible. I've lost the ability to sit and do nothing completely.
So 4 to come out, and he'll need to be seen in majors, and I need at least 1 doctor, if not 2.
Emma, just don't let him go anywhere without me scribbling something in the nose, that's all. I've been told by quite a few people that I'm quite bossy. But look, I know what I want, and, you know, I say what I think. I'm direct. They definitely describe me as direct. And I'm sure my colleagues would describe me as that as well. Right, so we're going to give you some drugs.
Fantastic.
So you feel a bit sleepy. We're just going to put some oxygen on as well. And hopefully we'll be able to get it in a bit of a better position. More of the good stuff coming.
Fantastic.
You have to be direct. You can't mess around. But I can sit with a patient and take time with them if that's what they need. Do you want to hold my hand? Give it a squeeze if you want. Don't squash it. I think wherever you are, it's always hard. You always want your family around you when you're not well. Doesn't matter if they're 50 miles away or 5,000 miles away, it's still difficult, I think.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm in the best teaching hospital in Europe.
Maybe Europe, I don't know. South West London, for sure, yeah.
No doubt about it. So I'm not worried.
Lovely.
Adult male trauma call.
Melissa, I've just put out another trauma call. So I just sent him from majors wrap to X-ray.
So it's come from X-ray to trauma call?
Yeah.
40-year-old cyclist Adrian is being escalated from majors to resus after being involved in a collision with a car on his way to work.
If we're worried about someone and we want to watch them more closely, we'll move them to resus. Another new patient.
An initial assessment has shown his injuries to be more serious than first thought.
I think we are all here.
Yeah.
Have you got some notes of some sort?
He has.
We'll start at the beginning. People are sicker, so you have to work faster, you have to make decisions quicker. Patients can deteriorate in a second. Someone can be fine 1 minute and then suddenly something can happen.
If I just hand over, so this is Adrian. He's a 40-year-old gentleman who's pedal cyclist this morning. He turned to the left onto the wing mirror with his chest and then landed partly on the ground. He's got some right-sided chest wall tenderness.
Okay, so he's going to need fully seated.
Yeah, he'll need full seating.
Thank you very much. Can we just start from scratch and do a primary survey? He's not had his neck cleared either, presumably, so he needs immobilising. Can we just pop him flat as well, because we're going to need to immobilise him?
I'm going to have a quick look at you. Okay, no worries. Oh, that hurts.
Don't move your head too much. We're just going to slide something to keep it very still for us, OK?
Hitting a car, you could pretty much come in with absolutely anything. I mean, I've seen people completely mangled by being hit by a car.
Is there any pain when I do that?
Don't move your head, darling. Just say yes.
So he did say it does hurt. How bad's the pain at the moment?
When I breathe, it hurts.
If someone comes after an injury and they've got pain when they breathe, it could be a broken rib, it could just be bruising, or they could have a punctured lung or a collapsed lung or an injury underneath. You don't look very comfortable. Do you need any more painkillers? We can get you something.
I mean, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. Just because you've got an injury to your chest, and obviously it's quite nasty what's happened to you today, we're just extra careful, so we need to examine you and scan you from top to toe to make sure we haven't missed any other injuries.
OK? Let's get you some more pain relief. It's on a lot.
Adrian's wife, Lily, is 1,400 miles away at their home in Montenegro.
Adrian really loved cycling and keeping fit. I always worried about him cycling. I was once on the bus while he was in front of us, and I was really, really very scared for him. He was so vulnerable.
Okay, we're just going to take you round to our CT scan.
Okay.
It's terrifying, but that's something he loves doing, and I've never considered kind of blaming him for doing that.
What we're going to do is roll you onto your side slightly, slide you onto the other mattress. Okay, so you don't need to do anything. You just need to stay nice and still. Okay, just be mindful of the fact that the right side of his chest is his sore side. Okay, yeah, on 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're going to get a CT scan of all of you. I know it's a dose of radiation, but obviously we need to make sure there's no other injuries and have a look at properly what's happening in your chest.
So I'm going to do your head and neck first.
We'd have a look at a number of things. We'd look for broken bones, we'd look for bleeds in the head, we'd look to injuries to all the major organs, so lung injuries, heart injuries.
Breathe in and hold your breath.
It looks at everything. And surprisingly, a number of times it picks up stuff that we haven't seen or we wouldn't have known otherwise.
Okay, mate, we're going to slide you back across. You just keep nice and still, okay? Ready, brace and slide.
It was difficult for me not being there, and I didn't realise where was he, whether he was still on the street or injured or where he was.
Number
8.
I felt in a way like I was letting him down because I wasn't there for him.
How's your pain now, Adrian?
Just when I breathe, it's quite sharp.
You all right there?
40-year-old accountant Adrian was brought into A&E after he collided with a car on his bike ride to work.
Eat with my right-hand side. It just hurts when I breathe in.
On the chest. I've got some morphine for you here.
Doctors are concerned he may have injuries to his chest, neck and internal organs.
I literally just moved back to the country. My wife and daughter aren't here yet. They're coming in a couple of months.
Adrian has recently returned to London from Montenegro, where he lives with his wife Lily and daughter Luna.
We were dating only for a year when we decided to get married. So we didn't really know each other well, but we were aware of that, and we were ready to take that risk. So we decided to move to Montenegro and start a family. And we've been together for 14 years. It's only really once Luna started school that we thought it would be good to come back to London. And Eddie came back here to find a job and set up a place for us. He's very supportive as a partner. But what I really like about our relationship is he makes me feel safe. He means the whole world to me.
We're just waiting for the proper report on your scan. Once I've got that, then we can look at what the plan is. Okay. So I'll come back and let you know when we're updated.
I'd like to give my wife a call.
Yeah. If you've got your phone, if you've got reception, you're welcome to use it. We can pass it you.
Yeah,
But
I'd like to give my
reception's a bit dodgy. It must be awful when you're miles away getting a phone call like that. You feel completely helpless. There's nothing you can do. You don't really get a good idea of what's going on.
So I've just given you a small dose there. If you do feel like you're in more pain, we can give you some more after, all right?
When I work for MSF, sometimes that's really hard because there is nobody else. You're miles away from home. MSF is Médecins Sans Frontières, otherwise known as Doctors Without Borders.
Let me do it for you, and then at least...
I prefer to do it myself.
Are you sure?
I was in South Sudan the year before last when my dad got ill, and it was horrific. I had no phone, no internet, almost nothing, and it took me 4 days to get home. And it's very, very hard when you're far away from home. You don't get the information that you need, and it's hard.
I got myself a heartthrob. Oh, I went you the lucky one. I'm not the lucky one.
What's happened? Sore on lips. I would say probably like midnight Saturday to early morning Sunday with a friend. I like her. Alcohol got involved, you know the rest of the story. Yeah. So on Tuesday I did believe I really had an STD. I was really stressed out.
They're quite swollen.
It feels like the skin's really tight.
You know, you've had Botox. Filler, not Botox, filler.
Yeah.
You haven't had filler, have you?
No, but absolutely nothing.
These lips.
No.
Nothing for these lips.
No.
We'll get you kissing again, I'm sure.
Stuck in your fucking foot.
54-year-old warehouse worker Graham has come to A&E after stubbing his toe while cat-sitting for a friend.
I'm at the hospital, Paul, because of your stupid cat. He got under my feet when I was trying to go to the toilet in the middle of the night, and I had to stretch to avoid treading on him. And I smacked my toes right against the skirting board. Could have thrown it out the window, the poxy cat. Don't like the thing anyway. It's a horrible little thing. Pickles, the cat, he doesn't really need company, because I don't think he likes company. He just needs feeding. That's the main reason I was looking after the cat. I know, I've only just started this job, so that's what's annoying me. Oh, it's definitely something's broken, I'm telling you, 100%. Gives me a bit of break, a nice break. It's like going on holiday. Well, don't worry, it's an accident, but it's really painful. I don't know, wait till you've seen the cat. Other than that, the cat's all right. I was a bullhead. We had a cat, we had a dog. My mum gave the dog away, we didn't know about that one. We didn't mess with my mother.
So would you say you're more of a dog man or a cat man?
Definitely dog. But they're more company. I would definitely not get a house cat. Cats just sleep on your lap. That's about all they do. You can't have that, hairs everywhere. Well, I'm so much St George's now. I'll let you know how I get on. All right, bye, mate. Bye.
49-year-old Steve has been brought to A&E by his wife Julia after his heart rate more than doubled over the course of an hour.
What's the heartbeat now?
78.
But your heartbeat's still higher than normal.
Yeah.
Doctors have taken a sample of Steve's blood and are running tests so they can assess why his heart rate is accelerated so suddenly.
No, it could be so many things. The fact is, if the heart's still strong, as a muscle, it's still okay.
Does it feel racing now?
Yeah, I'm aware that it's faster, but it's not racing like it was earlier.
Steve, he's the most optimistic person I've ever met. But I am more realistic, maybe. But, I think we complement each other.
See all this beeping? I should get a machine that does this.
Machine that goes...
Sends me to sleep.
We are from different cultures, Brazilian, British, but one thing I noticed we have in common, we have the same sense of humor. There were a lot of things on our wedding day that were funny moments. I was late for probably an hour and a half while people were getting drunk on caipirinhas. As I got there with my dad, we were entering the room. Everyone was really hammered. But there was a lot of laughter and cheer, it was brilliant. I think our lives together has always been full of laughter and fun moments, as well as ups and downs in our 15 years.
My head hurts when I laugh, don't it?
Don't laugh.
Don't laugh.
Stephen. Hi. Hello, sir. Hi, my name's Saad. I'm one of the doctors. Nice to meet you. Hi there. What's brought you into hospital?
I was having heart palpitations earlier.
Okay.
My heart was racing for about an hour. I use a Fitbit. So I was watching it climb and it went to about 153
And
at one point.
What were you doing at this time?
I was cooking.
Okay. So nothing...
Some dal and some turmeric salmon, which I'm now not eating, sadly.
Fair enough.
Because it went so high and it went on for an hour, I kind of gave it an hour and then thought, this really isn't normal.
Get checked out.
Yeah.
Sure, good. And do you have any other
And I was
illnesses?
encouraged to phone.
Yeah. That's understandable. It's a good idea that you got when you came in.
Steve's wedding speech was very moving. He did the whole speech in Portuguese as well. Everyone was in tears, like his sisters, his brother, cousins, everyone, my parents. It was very moving. Quite quickly after we got married, I got pregnant and our first child was born 1 year after.
My body's behaving quite weirdly anyway. So nausea and dizziness.
Fine.
No pain, no chest pain.
Any shortness of breath?
Not really. I mean, because of the stroke that I had, which was 3 weeks and a day ago.
Sure.
My normal has been a bit disrupted.
The stroke was really unexpected. He woke up about 5 in the morning and said, I've got the worst headache. It was really scary because I noticed that his eyes were droopy and his face was a little bit different. So I thought something is really serious. He was taken to the stroke unit at St. George's. And that's when things were like, is this gonna be forever?
And do you take any regular medication?
I take no regular medication. At the moment, I have a whole basket full.
Basket full of
which are quite new, yeah.
He's been the fittest he has ever been, has been just before the stroke happened, actually. Strangely. He was running 3 to 4 times a week, cycling every day to work. But that doesn't mean anything. Knowing his family history, I was worried for him.
Have you noticed any headaches at all?
Yeah, I've been having terrible migraines.
Okay, how long do the migraines last usually?
Somewhere between 8 and 14 hours.
Throughout the entire night?
Yeah.
His voice is...
And the voice, this apparently is a side effect of the stroke. I think where the stroke was, in the brainstem, apparently they said to me, look, this is going to be really shit, so really bad. You're going to feel awful.
Did you have a heart tracing when you were here the last time when you had a stroke?
Yes, I did.
You did?
So they'll be here.
I'll check that.
And I had an echo done of my heart.
You had an echo done as well? Okay, fine. Are you at all concerned about anything?
I'm really hoping this is entirely unconnected.
I'm not sure if it's unconnected. I wouldn't be able to say, but I think it's something that needs to be looked at by a cardiologist. But we've done all the investigations that we would have done initially. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure exactly why you've had this, the palpitations, the heart racing. I'm going to go check your blood results.
Okay.
But let me speak to one of my bosses.
Sure.
And I'll get back to you.
All right.
Okay. I'll be back soon then.
Thanks.
All right. No worries.
Doctors must wait for the results of Steve's blood tests to see if his accelerated heart rate is connected to his recent stroke.
There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, wow. Don't like his hair, his hair.
Adrian was brought to A&E after he was involved in a collision with a car on his bike ride to work. Doctors are concerned about possible internal injuries to his chest and neck and are waiting for the results of CT scans.
I assume I can take this off.
I'd leave it on just for the moment, and then once you go to make the call, I'll swap you over to some nasal specs.
Adrian has been trying to get hold of his wife Lily, who is at the family home in Montenegro.
Our daughter Luna was born on Adie's 34th birthday, so she was a perfect gift. I think the best gift ever.
As soon as you're done with the call, pop that other mask back on straight away.
When the accident happened, it was the day of Luna's birthday party. Luna and I decided to go and celebrate her birthday and have pizza and ice cream. We try to do everything together, so we are always like, we're not really like a parents and a daughter. We are like three musketeers. Luna is very important in our lives, and she bonds us even more. She's definitely Daddy's girl. Daddy's her hero.
Really, can you hear me? Really, I'm in hospital. I'm okay. I'll be fine. I'm just so annoyed, but these things happen.
Don't worry. I just say, I'm sorry that I'm not there to take care of you. Hour by hour, day by day.
Yeah, I know. I know. She looked so amazing in her gold dress last night. Oh, it looked wonderful. She looked amazing. Yeah, please don't tell her anything for now. Oh, sorry, I'm trying not to cry.
I love you so much.
Yeah, I know. Okay, sweetie. Well, I love you, and I'll speak to you later. Okay, love you. Ciao, bye.
Hi, it's Melissa, ED consultant. I've got a chap called Adrian. He didn't come in initially as a trauma call, but we then trauma called him. He was on his bike, and basically he's gone into a car and over the bonnet.
Consultant Melissa has received the results of Adrian's CT scans.
He's got a fairly big pneumothorax, really. Multiple posterior right-sided rib fractures, hemothorax, contusional injuries, pneumatocoel. A pneumothorax is a collapsed lung. If you have a collapsed lung, it's because the pressure in the cavity around the lung has built up, be it from a puncture from a broken rib or something like that, and so the lung itself is being squashed and has collapsed. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, thanks a lot, bye.
Cardiothoracic surgeons must review Adrian's CT scans before they can decide whether he needs an emergency chest drain to relieve the pressure on his lungs.
It's life-threatening. A pneumothorax could even cause a cardiac arrest, so it can actually kill you.
What's brought you in today?
Last night, between about 10 and 10:30, we'd been out for supper, came back, and I was just putting things in wardrobes, bending up and down. I had a visual disturbance. First of all, I seemed to get a flash of light in the left eye, like a white floater.
Other than that, you've never had problems with your vision before?
No, not at all. But I did get a little black spot. I had looked at a sunset through cheap sunglasses, and I think that's what caused it. Okay. Now I wear proper sunglasses.
Gutted.
54-year-old Graham is waiting to see a nurse after he stubbed his toe tripping over his friend's cat.
Graham, please.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Right.
Come and take a seat, my love.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Ali. I'm one of the emergency nurse practitioners. Nice to meet you. How can I help?
I stubbed my foot last night. Avoiding treading on a cat. I don't like anyway because it's not my cat. And it's a black cat, basically. They're meant to be good luck, aren't they? It's a black cat, and I went up to use the loo in the middle of the night. And I just saw his white paw, and I sort of pushed my foot forwards and missed it. And it slipped and went straight into the skirting board. And it's pretty painful.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. OK. Can you wriggle your toes for me?
Yeah, I've got nerve damage in these from a prior accident,
Have
previous
you?
accident, yeah.
What happened there, then?
I fell out a window. About 20 foot I fell backwards.
Leap of faith, wasn't it?
Fractured this in 7 places.
OK.
Shin bone snapped through my shin.
Oh.
Broke my ankle.
Slightly more important, then, than your toe.
Broke my left wrist. I'd most definitely say I'm accident prone without any shadow of a doubt. I think I've broke my ribs at least 4 times. It's both wrists I've busted, both legs, you know, ribs, nose 3 times. So I put one of those massive metal frames on this leg for 7 months.
Wow. OK. Well, slightly downgraded now.
Yeah, I know. The only thing
But just as painful.
That's right, I know. I struggled, it was hard. I was out of work for nearly 2 years. I was in with physio as well.
So nothing up here at your ankle. Nothing. All the way down. Any
Starts
pain?
about there.
Any pain here?
Yeah.
Ooh. Sorry.
Well, that's where I went. His boots are horrible, so that's why I got blisters everywhere. So.
OK. Yeah, your feet are a bit...
Oh, manky.
That's the word.
That's right, I know.
Right, we'll x-ray that for you, my love.
OK. Just recently started a new job as well.
Oh, have you?
After the Pickles accident, the first thing I was just thinking, how long am I going to be off work? I just thought, what am I going to say? I can't say I've done it at work or pretend to do it at work. I've got to tell them the truth. And I kept looking at the cat, your fault. And it's your fault. You're going to get me in trouble. You're going to lose me money.
Come round this way, honey. And I'll show you where to go. Promise I won't pinch boot.
You wouldn't want to pinch that one. He'd probably walk away from its own anyway.
So, all the way down the bottom there, see the big blue sign?
Yep.
When you get there, turn left and immediately right. It's X-ray. Have the X-ray, and then come all the way back.
Thanks. It's broken. I did the stubbing. Ooh. I can't put it flat. Can't put my foot flat. Whatever.
Good on you, love.
I have your notes all round there.
All right, thank you. Come on, mate, I hope you use the fun.
Even cause people laugh.
The other thing has got more hair than you. You should ask him for some of his hair.
Yeah, now you get personal, Paro. Now it's getting personal, eh?
You all right, lovey? I had it all planned out. Cup of tea, the chase, dinner. I thought it don't matter if the dinner's late, there's nothing on the telly tonight. There's only that debate thing about the EU, stay in or go out. What are you like?
Recess.
40-year-old cyclist Adrian was thrown off his bike after a collision with a car.
There's a CT report gone. Multiple posterior right-sided rib fractures, and then this fairly big pneumothorax, really.
Doctors have received the results of CT scans that show he's suffering from a collapsed lung. Consultant Melissa is speaking with cardiothoracic surgeons to see if he'll need an emergency chest drain.
I mean, you might get away with it. Okay, lovely. Great, thanks a lot. Bye. So, I've had a chat with the cardiothoracic doctors, that's the chest surgeons. It looks like you've got this partially collapsed lung, you've got a couple of broken ribs on that side, and we might need to pop a little drain in your chest to drain off the air. We're keeping you in today, and they'll see you up on the ward, OK?
OK.
The rest of your CT report was fine, so I'm going to take the collar off and sit you up, OK? Just put your hand down for me. Lovely. Can you move your head to the left for me? Move this way. Lift your head up. Great. I'm going to sit you up a little bit as well. How's that?
Yeah, it's okay.
Better?
Thank you.
Adrian will be taken to a ward where surgeons will insert an emergency chest drain in an attempt to relieve the pressure on his lungs.
With a family, with now 3 of us living together, sometimes I have thoughts, what if something happens to any of us?
Hi there. Oh, I'm being transferred already?
Yeah, don't wait around in here.
That's cool, that's cool.
Life can change in a second. We should really appreciate our life as much as we can and stick together.
I'd love to think that I can go to sleep within an hour, but I fear not.
49-year-old Steve came to A&E with a rapidly increased heart rate. Doctors are waiting on his blood test results.
Do you know the story?
I don't.
He's a 49-year-old gentleman who has come in. Essentially, he was cooking and he was wearing his Fitbit, like a heart rate monitor, and noticed that his heart rate had jumped to 153. He had a migraine earlier throughout the day, but he has a background of having had a stroke, a cerebellar stroke.
He's had a stroke.
Yes, he's had a cerebellar stroke very recently, about 3.5 weeks ago.
You're calmer now? Does it feel?
Same.
80?
77.
So he's been investigated. He's done all the investigations. He's now in rehab.
Yeah, I mean, you can do more prolonged cardiac monitoring.
Okay.
That would be the next step.
The headaches now come on so much that I'm kind of not feeling anything else. There's every chance, of course, that this isn't related at all.
Do you know anything if your mum had anything like this?
But I don't know, because she would have had blood tests. I just don't know if we can go back and look at that.
Well, when your mum had a heart attack,
Yeah.
what caused it?
I think it was lifestyle. So they said when you leave hospital after the first heart attack, they said you'll have to change the way you eat, change the way you live. So if it is cholesterolemia, then I'm the only one who's taken it from Mum.
He is running to keep fit, and that he wants to keep as fit as possible to live a long life. And one of the biggest regrets in his life is his mom not being here now. He doesn't cry often. Every now and again he thinks about mom not being here, dad not being here, and he doesn't want this for our own girls. He wants to be there.
I've kind of always managed to be in a bit of denial about anything like that happening to me.
And then you had a stroke, which is not related. No.
Unless it is related.
I never met Steve's parents. His mom died when he was 19 years old, and his dad died when he was probably 30 years old. I think knowing that his mom died of a heart attack, and he knew that then that he had high cholesterol, there could be a correlation. I do worry sometimes there could be something genetic.
It's also quite irritating that it could happen even when we were healthy.
Steve's brother was really healthy as well when he had a heart attack, which was completely out of the blue. He was 44. It did shake him quite a lot. I think it made him feel like, gosh, our family, that could happen to any of us. Steve's sister's diagnosed with cancer. She had breast cancer twice, and recently, like 2 years ago, it had spread. So they gave her like a few years to live. She's doing well still, but it's just one more thing. And for Steve, it was quite a lot for him. But he's so positive. Again, it doesn't drag him down.
It is what it is.
"54-year-old Graham has had his stub toe x-rayed.
Lovely. Well done, you. Hobbly back. Okay. So, if you have a little looky, these are the tiny bones in your toes, okay? So down here, you've got a little crack. Can you see?
Yeah.
There. There?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do about that. Take a seat.
I used to work for the Arab royal family, the royal family of Dubai. I started there when I was 18 and I loved it. Until I was 39, 40, 20 odd years. Suppose you could say I was a transport manager, organising trips for them, travelling with them. Anything they wanted, you'd get them, because money talks.
We can strap it together to your other toes. It's all about getting comfort.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay.
You got into very nice restaurants. Okay. Dinner up the Eiffel Tower. Stayed in the Ritz in Paris. Everywhere we flew was first class, and it was an unusual job.
I would recommend that you take pain relief at least for the next couple of weeks. Okay, get your foot up because it's bound to swell up. And get a bag of frozen peas from the freezer, wrap it in a tea towel.
For Brussels.
Hey, Brussels.
For Brussels.
Not asking you to eat them.
Through the Arabs, I've met some very famous people. The ones I've driven around, I've driven Mick Jagger, Lionel Richie, Rod Stewart, Dina Carroll, Cher, Jim Carrey. Who's the Scottish one? The comedian. I can't remember. Billy Connolly. Kids went to private school because I could afford it. It sort of got weird. You got used to it. Driving the best cars. I bought myself a nice Mercedes Sports as a little toy, things like that. It was brilliant. I'm going to take a couple of days off and go to work on Monday, I think.
Yeah, you may as well.
They'll be fine, they'll be fine.
Yeah, you just tell them you've broken your toe.
Yeah, I will.
Then they'll laugh at you, and that's fine.
Yeah, they will laugh, actually. No, my guys at work, they will laugh. But then we got made redundant right across the board in year 2000. I lost everything. It just did make me miserable. It really did. It made me really down. Really down. No, and you'd keep thinking about what I had, Got frightening, and then losing the work and everything and not finding another job. I'm just going to slap the cat now. But something I did learn, because I come from nothing. I knew what I was coming back down to, so I wasn't frightened to get my hands dirty. My friend in front ran me up this morning and said, how's work, mate? I'm not there. Why? Because you're a stupid cat.
Poor cat. It's getting a lot of stick.
It's horrible.
Why? What's wrong with it?
You know, you're sitting there, I was laying in bed and you come into the bedroom.
Yeah.
And then you try and give him a stroke and he bites you. It's not even mine. Just flattened cat sitting. My mum was a strong woman, but she struggled. Well, she struggled a lot, you know, with money and everything, because my father wasn't giving us anything. She worked 2 jobs. She was a proud woman. So I'm more grateful for what I've got now, because I know what it was like when I didn't have it. My mother always told me, because when I was doing well with the Arabs, always look up for people on their way up, because you'll meet them on the way down. And she was right, because when I lost everything, there were people there for me, because I helped them on my way up.
Oh, it doesn't like you much.
It wants to play all the time. See, it's not a kitten, but it's,
Right, okay.
it just wants to play all the time.
Right.
Well, I don't really want to play with it.
But now he's got his own back.
Yeah, right. Thank
Oh, you're welcome. Try to be nice to the cat. Come on, I'll show you out.
Well, I'd do anything for anybody. I mean, I can be soft and toppy sometimes. I hate seeing people upset. Unless they've upset me. Like the cat. I don't care if he gets upset.
Right. Have a good weekend.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Take care.
Thanks, bye.
See you later.
Thank you.
Are you feeling worse?
49-year-old Steve and his wife Julia are waiting on his blood test results. Having had a stroke just 3 weeks ago, doctors are concerned he could be at risk of having another.
See that noise? Can you hear it there? You're conscious of that noise?
Yeah.
When I know you're feeling really ill is when you do that noise. When you can't take anymore, you do that noise. For me, it worries every now and again, but not all the time. But I think something will happen. I'm always like, something's going to happen to Steve. Everything could change, but I kind of put this in the back of my head.
When your heart is under strain, it produces this chemical.
I do worry sometimes there could be something genetic, passing on to our daughters. If I could test the girls for hereditary diseases, maybe I would. I don't know. I'm not going to be overthinking. This is going to happen for a long time. You better get used to it.
Feeling all right?
Well, he's feeling awful, but...
Yeah.
What's the matter? Is there...
Migraines come on, yeah. It's not unusual.
It's not unusual.
No.
Blood results are entirely normal.
Okay.
Everything is absolutely fine. The ECG was fine as well. The only thing that we'd probably advise is if you go to your GP and discuss the possibility of your heart being monitored for a longer period of time, perhaps for a week. Okay.
He's so positive. He feels like, you know what, doesn't bother me. I don't want to die, but I'm pretty sure I'll survive and I'll live a long life. That's how he thinks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, thanks again.
Bye now.
In our 20s and 30s, we don't think too much about mortality. We just enjoy life and then suddenly you hit 40 and then something happens to someone. And we become much more aware of our own mortality.
Treat for him. What are you doing? Scratch me.
having a child. It's made me have stronger emotions. Luna was very excited when she saw me. She just wanted Daddy to play with her and throw her around. But it just feels lovely, you know, to be back all together. It just feels right.
My mum, she was 42 when she died. The sense of being older than your mother ever was a fairly big one to understand, really, big one to deal with. The girls are 10 and 11. The prospect that I may have given the girls something that is going to compromise their health in the future is, yeah, that's really scary.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
And just wanted to make sure that I'm around for as long as possible to enjoy the girls, because they're a lot of fun.
You should keep that.
Tell you what, I want it back. It costs 10 quid.
Hello, St George's Recess.
When you hear that there has been a motorcyclist involved in a collision, a lot of things start going through your mind.
His head hit the bonnet of the car.
I saw something lying in the middle of the driveway.
She came off a horse onto her head.
She was curled up and she just couldn't move.